Good evening, everyone. Good evening and Jai Hind. Welcome to the session. I hope I'm properly audible and visible to all of you. I hope I'm properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening. Okay, so welcome to the session. In the last session, we have talked about a few topics, like we have talked about this issue of the ISRO. We have talked about the failed mission of ISRO, that how it failed and everything. Okay. Then we have talked about various articles also with respect to Supreme Court and supremacy of Constitution. So these few topics we have discussed in the last session. Now, in the beginning of this class itself, today there is one simple announcement that today we are going to have this class for 30 minutes only. Okay. Today we will have a shorter session of 30 minutes only. Why? Because we are having a CSET strategy session at 5:30 on the same channel. So today we are having a little bit smaller session. Okay. But again, in the next session we will cover the articles which we have not discussed today. So that we will discuss. Okay. So that is also one thing which I wanted to inform you in the beginning itself. Okay. Now the topics which we are going to take today, the first one is about the new QR code. The new QR code. Okay. Now there are certain things like QR code and barcode. This is one part of your science topic. This is part of your science. Okay. So this is one important topic, QR code. So we are going to discuss this. Second thing which we are going to discuss is from economy section, that is alternate investment fund. Okay. The third topic which we are going to discuss is from international news or international affairs, that is the oil market. So this is from the mains perspective. This is there from the mains perspective. Then from the national news, we have also one thing. It can be considered as part of governance also. It can be considered as part of economic reforms also. Okay. So here we have this one topic, ONDC. You can take it as part of digital India or digital economy. You can take it as part of digital economy. Okay. So that is ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce. And then one last topic which we are going to talk about is environment related topic, that is retrospective clearances. So here we are discussing these topics and I am giving you the subject list also, so that when you are making the notes, of these topics, there can be clarity to you that okay, in which section, in which portion I have to make the notes for the following article. Okay. So this is one part which we have to do. Now today we are not discussing the questions because we have to discuss the topics in a limited span of time. Okay. So we will come straight to the topic itself. Okay. Now let's see this one part. The first topic which we are going to talk about is the QR code. The first topic which we are going to see is the QR code. Now when we are talking about QR code and barcode, you can see the difference. This is what we see as the barcode and this is what we see as the QR code. Now, there can be a question in the examination about these two, that what is the difference between them? What is the difference between these two things? See, when you are looking at the barcode, it is one-dimensional representation of digital data. So here what we see that this is one-dimensional representation. Representation of what? This is one-dimensional representation of digital data. Okay. That there is some digital data which is stored and this is just giving us access. It is giving us access to that digital data by scanning this barcode. Okay. So they are unique signatures, which are providing us the link to any such specific digital data. So in a way, you can understand this that it is the physical address of a digital data. In simple manner, you can understand this. It is a physical address. It is a physical address of digital data. So that is one thing which we see in case of the barcode as well as QR code. Okay, but there is a difference between them. Here when we talk about here we are talking about the barcode. Here we are talking just about this barcode, that it is one dimensional representation of digital data, physical address of digital data. But what about the QR code? How it is different? How we can say that QR code is different than this barcode? So just see this one part. When we are talking about the QR code, there is one single difference, and that difference is in this part, that here we are just erasing this one part. Okay, here we will just do this one single thing. Okay, that in case of this QR code, here we will have just one change. In case of QR code, we are going to have this one change. It is the two-dimensional. It is just two-dimensional representation. Okay. It is only the two-dimensional representation of the digital data. Now, how it will be more beneficial? How this QR code is more beneficial? It will contain, this can contain more information. It can contain more information. This one will be able to contain more information. What all type of information can be there? What type of info can be there? Like what can be the category of info? It can be some of the URLs or some of the links. Like suppose that on our website also, or sometimes we are showing you the QR code, that if you scan this QR code, you will go to a particular website or you will go to a particular course. So it may contain the link of a particular website, app, course or any such product. Okay. So that is one thing which we can see in case of QR code. Or it can be some of the files like images. It can be some of the PDF. Okay. It can be some of the like videos. These all things can be there which can be stored. Okay. So it's not that we are storing something in QR code. QR code is not the storage part. QR code is just giving you a physical manner of connecting to that digital portion. So we are storing each and everything digitally there, just to enable the people to reach that particular area. We are giving you something physically, and that is what we call as QR code. So QR code is just like this. Like suppose on website you have got the link, you click on that, you go to a particular website. So here what we see, that using the scanners we can scan this QR code, and through there also with our devices we can reach a particular website, we can access a particular content. So just tell me one thing, which one will be able to store more data, barcode or QR code? Which one can give us more information, barcode or QR code? Good evening, Pooja. Good evening, David. Good evening, everyone. Yes, of course, QR code is going to be, and it is also called as quick reaction code, quick response code is there. So it is faster also. Quick response code, QR code. This one is fast also. Okay. This one stores more information also. So that is one thing which we see in case of difference between the barcode and the QR code. Okay. So that is our first topic from the science portion, that what is QR code and what is barcode. So here we have seen barcode is one-dimensional optical machine readable representation of data. Okay. So it is having parallel lines. It is having parallel lines of varying width and spacing. Okay. So here from this we see the barcode. Okay. And in same manner, when we are talking about QR code, it is two-dimensional matrix. Okay. So one more thing is we can like scan it horizontally also, vertically also. Okay. And it was first developed by Denso Wave, which is from Japan. Okay. So Denso Wave has first developed this QR code. Okay. So that is one thing, like we have seen in short that what is all about this QR code and barcode. So that is our first topic. Now, the second topic is like we have seen alternate investment fund. Okay. QR used as password also. See, QR code can be used for like accessing the password, but QR code itself is like not a password. You can use the QR code to access a particular password. Okay. Like suppose that it may be arranged like this, that suppose you can use this authentication factor, that for accessing a particular website or accessing a particular document, you have to first scan a QR code. And when you scan the QR code, you can get the authentication and then you can use that particular website, app or document. So that can be done. Okay. Now, coming to the second topic, alternate investment fund. Okay. So here what we see that there is a revised draft guideline of RBI with respect to alternate investment fund. Okay. There is this revised direction. Now here it is draft direction. So once it gets completed, once it gets finalized, then we will talk about the final guidelines. Okay. But here today we are going to focus more on this part, that what exactly is alternate investment fund. Now I can see this one part. It is alternate investment fund. The first thing is it is an investment fund. It is an investment fund. But it is alternate means something different. It is something different. It is some other option of investment. So it is an alternate investment fund. So this is an investment fund, but not like the traditional one. Not like the traditional one, it is going to be different. Okay. So like we see that one of the investment fund like mutual funds and all are also there. They are also a type of funding mechanism. They are also a type of fund where people can invest. But here we have this one name, alternate investment fund. So what exactly is this? This is a privately pooled investment vehicle. Okay. It is a private pooled investment vehicle, and what is the aim here? Aim is to collect the fund from the investors. Now, who can be investors? Now, this all information is from the RBI guidelines on alternate investment fund. Okay. So, who all can be investor? It can be Indian also, it can be foreigner also. Okay. So, first thing is, what we see that it is a privately pooled, okay, this one is privately pooled investment. That is the first part. Okay. Second thing is it can be Indian or foreign investor. Both can be there. It can be Indian as well as foreign investor. Okay. But what is not included here? Not included are like mutual funds, collective investment scheme, other regulated entities. They are not included here. They have been excluded. They have been removed from this category of alternate investment fund. Okay. The first thing is it is a privately pooled investment. Both Indian and foreigners can be part of this as per the different policies. As per the different policies. Okay. Now, when we are talking about AIF, alternate investment fund, so we have different categories here. We have different categories here. First is category 1 alternate investment fund. Okay. So these funds are investing in socially and economically desirable sectors. Okay. So they are investing in sectors which are considered socially or economically desirable. So one of the example is venture capital fund. Even the angel funds are part of it. Like today you may have seen, just to give you a very common example, you may have all heard about this shark, like there is this one TV show also, shark funding and all other there. Okay, so they are like taking the different startups and then they are funding into them. Okay, so that is a type of funding investment which can be done in form of angel investors or venture capital. So venture capital is like a company. So then company will decide, yes, Shark Tank and all. So you may say that venture capital is like this. They are a company. They take investment from different private people. They find the most suitable project and then they invest into it. Then those people who are very much rich, they have huge amount of money. They can be single angel investors also. Like you may have seen when Ratan Tata was alive, he was one of the major angel investors. He used to invest in different startups and all. So many people can be angel funder also, or there can be venture capital also. So here we see that venture capital funds, even angel funds can be part of it. Okay. Small medium enterprises funds can be part of it. Social venture funds can be part of it. Infrastructure fund can be part of it. So different type of funds can be there as part of this category 1 alternate investment fund. Okay. So here we have this angel fund also. Now you don't have to see that what is the minimum investment limit and all, that's not required here. But what we see that the first category is that which is investing in socially and economically desirable projects. Okay. Second thing, category 2 AIF, category 2 alternate investment fund. So here what we see that like they do not undertake any such leverage. Okay, it can be private equity funds, debt fund, real estate fund, fund for distressed assets. So we have a second category. You can see this is like you can say they are like more professionals. Okay, they are focusing on earning more and more money. Like here we have private equity funds. It can be debt fund, real estate fund, fund for distressed assets. So this is like for more for commercial gain type. Okay, that for a specific purpose. Like today we were discussing about this one, category 2 alternate investment fund. AgriSure fund was there. AgriSure fund was there, which is for agricultural infrastructure. Agricultural infrastructure. So that is a category 2 alternate investment fund. They focus on some specific major task. Okay, like infrastructure can be there, debt fund can be there, real estate fund can be there. So that is category 2 alternate investment fund. Okay. So here we have the third fund. They use complex strategies and leverage. Okay, for example, hedge funds. Okay, hedge funds or PI funds. They are private investments in public equity. So here again, they have like, they focus on more and more like getting their own leverage, getting their own benefit. Okay. So that is one of the part of category 3 alternate investment fund. You will find that category 1 and 2, they are more common. Category 1 is more common. Venture capital, SME, social venture, infrastructure fund, they are more common. Category 2 is also famous, especially what we see that like this real estate fund, it is quite famous. Then we have the funds for distressed assets like NP and all, there can be a funding arrangement for that also. Okay. There can also be debt fund or private equity funds. So they are part of category 2 alternate investment fund. Now there is a task for you. There is a task for you and this is something which you have to do. Okay. That who regulates alternate investment fund and where they have to register. Where they have to register. So that is 2 tasks for you. Okay. So you have to search about it that who will be regulating them. Of course, you will simply say that RBI will be there. But read about this first, that who all will be regulating. the alternate investment funds, and then answer them in the comment box. I will wait for your answer there, that who all regulates the alternate investment fund, and plus how and where they are registered. So that is two questions for you which you have to answer in the comment box. Okay. So that is the second topic, alternate investment fund. Okay. Now we will take one more topic for today. As I told you in the beginning itself that we are having a smaller session. Okay. So one more topic which we are taking for today, and that is the oil crisis going on in the world. We have this one thing, oil crisis going on in the world, and this time it is the other way around. Okay. Normally we have seen that in the previous times, we have seen that there has been oil shocks where the supply was quite low, demand was quite high, but the things are turning now. The things are turning now. So what we see that the demand of the crude oil is falling down globally. It is falling down globally. Okay. So what we see here, like if we look at this global oil demand, it is coming down, and the International Energy Agency is saying that there is only 0.7% growth. Okay. So the situation is there, we may be in the next 1 to 2 years, we may be reaching the peak of demand of the oil. Okay. We may be reaching this peak. Okay. We may be reaching the peak of this demand, and then after what we will see that there will be a decline in the demand of the crude oil, that in future there is going to be a decline in the demand of the fuel. Okay. So this is one part, like there was a theory which was going on that we are going to reach there, we are almost reaching there, when the demand of oil is itself going to decline, and that seems to be becoming true now. It seems to be becoming true now. What we see that, like there is a demand which is going down. In June 2022, the demand, the price was as high as $116 per barrel. Now it has come down to $63 per barrel. So almost it is half the price. Now don't relate it to the petrol prices in India, like petrol and diesel prices in India. They have remained at the same level as they were there in 2022. They have crossed 100 rupees, and from then itself they have remained at the same level. They have crossed 100 and they have remained there. So in India it goes only one way. It keeps on increasing, it reaches a certain level and then it never comes down. Okay. So while we see that the prices of the petrol and diesel, they are rising across the world, in India it has remained almost at the same level. Okay. Now that is good for some regions also. Okay. Like what we see that now people are migrating towards electric vehicles, people are looking for better alternatives, people are also looking for public transportation. So while there is a challenge that of course many of the things are becoming costly, but there are some benefits also. First benefit is government is getting money, government is getting the tax. The second part is the people are migrating towards cleaner fuel. So there is a win-win situation for government also, environment also. Now, of course, citizens may be facing some challenge, but then they can sacrifice that much for the economy, for the country. That is expected from you, that you have to give some effort for your country also. You have to take some extra measures for the country also. That is something which people are doing here. Okay. So what we see that now, why this fall is there? That why we are having this fall? There are multiple reasons. Okay. There are multiple reasons. First one is weak demand. Weak demand. Okay. The second major factor is the shale gas production in US. Shale gas production in US. Okay. Then petroleum or crude oil production, Then we see that there is also crude oil production by non-OPEC countries. Non-OPEC countries. So that is also one of the reason. The non-OPEC countries, they are also producing too much of oil. So while OPEC is trying to cut down oil and petroleum exporting countries, they are cutting down their production. But on the other hand, what we see that the other countries, the non-OPEC countries, they are increasing the production. They are saying that, okay, you may cut down, but we will increase the production. We have to get more and more money. So that is one of the reason that what we see that this fuel is, there is oversupply. The result overall is this, there is oversupply. There is oversupply. Okay. So that is one of the main reasons. And this weak demand, this is also due to multiple things. First, rise of e-vehicles. Second, environmental awareness. Third thing is better public transportation. So due to multiple factors, what we see that there is weakening demand, more production, ultimately there is a decline. In the crude oil prices. So for India there is a benefit. The benefit is we are saving forex reserve. On one hand, if we look from the benefit side of India, we are saving the forex reserve. On the other hand, the government has managed to keep the prices at the higher level. So while they are keeping the prices at higher level, they are also getting tax collection. So that tax collection is also there. Plus at the same time, the import bill is also declining. So ultimately it is beneficial for the economy in the long run. And third thing is that we are seeing this one part that people are getting motivated towards electric vehicles and all. So these are the factors which are there for this present oil crisis. Now in the past also there have been oil related challenges, but this time it is not the same. In the past there was demand related crisis. Now the challenge is supply related crisis, that there is too much supply but buyers are less in number. So now what we see that the things are changing, and this is for positive side. Of course people will be affected due to this also. Many countries will be affected, but then we have to take the right steps. Sometimes what's popular is not always what is required. Okay. So popular things or easy things are not always required. Sometimes we need to make tough decisions. Okay. It may not be that much popular, but it is what we ultimately need. Okay. So that is the thing about oil crisis in the world right now. Okay. So these were the three topics which we have to discuss for today. Now tomorrow we will meet at the same time and then we will discuss the other remaining topics. One is open network for digital commerce and then the last one topic also. Okay. So today we are having a relatively smaller session. You have also the CSAT preparation strategy class today. So let's meet tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. I hope everything is clear. Okay. So thank you so much everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you.